Hey there folks, this is Keiichi I'm welcoming you to a brand new arc of Let's Play Higurashi. It's probably been, I don't know, anywhere between 3 and 6 months since the last upload probably. And this time, we are going for the Tatarigoroshi arc, the third arc. Or in the English, in the English version, it's called the Curse Killing arc, and you'll probably see why that is once we start getting into it a bit. I'm really excited about this one because it gives a character a chance who's been so far into the background, so far in the gang, in the group. Now she's about to come out into the open and have her, her nutty attack, whatever you want to call it. Oh, like the first arc was Keiichi. He went round with his nice little baseball bat and battered them all in. Then second arc was Shion and Mion. Whichever one you want to consider the right one. It sort of depends on if you've seen the answer arc as well as the question arc that we've seen and things like that. And this third arc is going to be about whoever comes up. I don't want to spoil anything. The conflict menu seems to have a lot more in it this time, unless I've just forgotten since the last time. It's been a long time since the last arc after all. But language you can choose, the character sprites, the original ones are really ugly, but confirmation boxes, there's absolutely loads, and I'm sure there wasn't this much before. There might have been, but anyway, let's get going. I really can't wait to get into this now. Oh, here we go. It's starting again. It's been so long. Man, curse, or coincidence? How are the conjectures inside you solidifying? I look forward to whether those conjectures will waver or become a cornerstone in this scenario. The difficulty is the worst. You'll probably not even be able to make conjectures. They're saying that you won't even be able to guess. I love this sort of modern reddish look around the outside, the borders and everything. I think it started in the second arc, didn't it? And I wish it would show off more throughout the game as well, but it doesn't seem to. Oh. That laughter, quite creepy. The snake in the well was happy, for it did not care what was outside the well. The snake in the well was happy, for it had naught to do with what happened outside the well. And you were happy too, for you did not know what happened outside the well. You're happy as long as you don't know what's going on, in other words. You close yourself in against whatever's happening. This is a work of fiction, resemblances to actual persons or organizations, entirely coincidental, as usual. AD 1983, the early summer of the 58th year of the Showa era. Same time frame as every other time. Here we go. It was a very humid day. Not even a slight breeze was blowing. It had been an unpleasant summer, when there wasn't only hot, but swelteringly so. There were various articles of clothing hung out to dry in the messy apartment windows, but the lack of wind evoked an impression far removed from coolness. In fact, it only felt more oppressive. There were crooked houses and apartments lining the narrow, twisted road. In addition, there were planters and flower pots whose contents were beginning to rot, as well as bicycles and cars on the sides of the road, making it even more cramped, more oppressive, and all the more sweltering. Yeah, it feels all claustrophobic when it's hot and full of stuff outside. Nobody who was in this place at this time was visiting it voluntarily. But in spite of what everyone might expect, a single motorcycle came rolling in. Ooh, who is it? The lone motorcycle, which couldn't be called neat even as flattery, pulled up to a two-story apartment complex and stopped there. A man, fairly old and wrinkled, stepped off. When the housewife hanging out the laundry noticed him, she called out, "Well, hello there. It's quite hot today again, isn't it?" "Oh, you got that right. I feel like I'm going to boil out here." "All right, landlord. I didn't think that would be the first thing you said." "Ah, sorry. The fluorescent lights, right? I completely forgot. Who's this supposed to be, them?" Talking to the landlord. "No, not that. Don't you smell it? There's a terrible smell about. I've been smelling it since this morning." "Wait, what's this? It reeks. Did the sewers get backed up again?" "There's something about it, landlord. I've had to keep my nose plugged all day long. Things do tend to smell more in the heat, don't they?" "You'd still look plenty lovely, plugging your nose, my dear." Oh, God. There was an unhygienic drainage channel running behind the apartment. The lattice from which it flowed was stuffed with branches and fallen leaves, and when filth got caught up in them, it created an awful stench in the summertime. Could you tell the municipal office about it? The drain will end up buried at this rate. Well, yikes. It's completely blocked. He'll start backing up if you poke it with a stick. The man crossed the fence over the drainage channel and picked up a filthy drying pole sitting nearby. He must have planned to stick it into the drain and clear it out. Wait, landlord, stop that. If it makes it all strange, if you do that. What? Okay. It'll smell terrible. It smells if it's clogged and smells if it's mixed. Which should I choose? He shoved the drying pole into the filth in the lattice. Of course, it did nothing to help the accumulation of waste. Gah! It's a dead cat. Oh, this is the health centre's job. Cats and dogs smell awful when they die. Well, I'm sure they do, they're rotting. A bamboo pole's not going to do much good. Garbage bags, old clothes, they throw all kinds of stuff in there. And is that a duck I see? Quack. Well, of course it stinks. The nerve of some people. The drainage channel was already unsanitary, or was a little more garbage at this point. The stream of such imprudent people was never ending, and now this channel had turned into a garbage dump. When he poked the pile of old clothes floating in the sewage, a black cloud of smoke floated out in the water. The two of them grimaced at the terribly bizarre and repulsive sight. We got maggots, eh? Someone must have thrown kitchen waste in. Landlord, what's that? What, just more garbage? Landlord, that's... Huh? Eh? Eek! Oh, photo clicks. Oh, hello. Good work today. What a terrible stench. Hey, Bruce, get everyone to surround this area, including further up the channel. It's in plain sight of the 2-floor houses. Identity of the deceased unknown, so it was seen in the sewage, or whatever, somewhere around there. Sex, female. Age, estimated to be late 20s or early 30s. Time of death, about 2 or 3 days ago. She was probably abandoned after death. Naked too. Figuring out who she is will be rough. Contact the community division and ask if anyone's gone missing. They probably weighed her down so she'd sink. Then the weights came off and she floated to the top. But why in a drainage sewer of all things? Would have been better under an overpass or in the mountains, you know? And it would have been outside our jurisdiction, right? But it looks like they never wanted to hide the corpse at all. Did they do it so she would be found? As a warning or something? This slice in her stomach definitely wasn't from a fish eating her. I hope not. Bloody creepy fish. She was cut open and her insides were dragged out. They really made a show out of killing her. Doesn't the Chinese mafia do these sorts of traditional punishments? Ask Shige-san in section 4 if he's had any trouble with Yakuza. On it, sir. Still, what a terrible way to go. Hey, don't her nuts poking out like that sort of like look like the salad soba you can get in Kyoto? What the hell? That's disgusting. Why would you think that? Maybe if you stuck chopsticks in, noodles will pop out. See? Oh. Blood everywhere. Please give me a break. Gah. Her intestines were pulled out, and her ears and nose cut off. That's definitely not how I want to go. Oh, I'd love to go like that, personally. Her fingers are in a bad state too. There are long nails stuck in all of them, on both hands. Oh, like nails when... Remember when... Was it Shion or Mion? I can't remember which one it was, who had the nails stuck in her by the family. What kind of torture was this anyway? That didn't start off as light-hearted as the second arc, did it? Okay, here we go. Let's get going. I'm really excited for this one. It's a nice arc. It's very different from the first two, but then the first two are quite different from each other as well. This one's sadder, I think. The most relaxing time during the school day? Lunch for sure. Oh, sure. Everyone brought their desks side by side, like always, and we all ate together. Oh my! Mion-san, if I may say, your lunch looks quite appetizing today. There's so many different things. It's wonderful. Satoko and Mika-chan looked at Mion's lunch, shouting gladly. Let's have a look. Wow! I just packed in some leftovers from last night. All the elders were having a drinking party at my house yesterday. I managed to nab some of what they didn't eat. Yeah, so that's why they all look like snacks you could have had with sake. They're but leftovers, mere scraps of food, but when arranged in a bento box so cleanly, they look impressive. Tricky. It looks like part of a full-course meal at a high-class restaurant. People seem to decide if they like things mainly based on their first impression. So I thought maybe the taste of a bento would be proportional to how pretty it was when you opened it. You may seem unrefined, Mion-san, but you're positively splendid at arranging food like this. Her room is nice and tidy too. Considering Mion is such a tomboy, you'd think her room would be messy, but Mi-chan's a lot more organised and polite than everyone thinks. It's all the same once it's in your stomach. I'd have thought Mion would say something like that, but to think she had this kind of taste. Can't judge a book by its cover, as they say. Mion was careful in everything she did. She never misstepped, faltered, or messed up. I see, she is our club president after all. Yours is nothing to scoff at either, Reina. Your crab kamaboko flower is very pretty. Can't say I know what that looks like just from the name. You know, Reina, your lunch always has, like, an art to it. Like it has rabbit-shaped apple slices and carrot flowers and stuff. Reina's bento wasn't all about taste. It was like she always puts her heart into it or something. It wasn't just good, it made your insides all nice and warm. Aha! Thanks. It's not quite as good as Mi-chan's, but I wanted to make it really cute. Oh. Cooking isn't about skill, it's about love. Need a bit of skill, maybe. In that sense, I don't even come up to your feet. Love, huh? Yeah. Just from looking at her bento, I could definitely feel that Reina put her heart and soul into making it. That's what her bento was like. The taste isn't all that counts for a bento. How it looks also matters. I suppose we must learn from this too. Huh. So let's see Satoko and Rika-chan's up-and-coming bento. Wow! Ta-da! These are good too as well, are they? Whoa-ho-ho-ho! Yesterday our neighbours shared some meat with us, so we ended up grilling it for our bento. These ones too, that's such an impact. They were bursting at the seams with grilled meat. At a glance, it was too impactful for a girl's bento, but when you thought about eating with all your friends, it brought more than enough colour to the table. Wow! At first it looks like the kind of crude bento that a jock would eat, but there are so many different things in here, like boiled spinach and soy sauce and stewed hijiki. Rika-chan, you're really good at this kind of unaffected cooking, huh? Yep, I think Rika-chan will make a great wife when she grows up. They keep saying that in every arc. I have a tight hold on my future husband. A husband for Rika-chan, huh? At first, that sounded appealing. It did, but I felt like a married life with her would be anything but normal. Is that a bad thing? But really, everyone was amazing. They were all so young, and yet they're all capable of cooking for themselves. I would sort of cook whenever I went camping with my family, but making lunch every day was a level I definitely couldn't reach. I could only really cook in my spare time. When I thought about it like that, it really made everyone stand out more. Frankly, I respected them. I respect people who can cook properly as well, especially if they're at that age. I wonder if many people in Japan really can cook that well at that age. I don't know. Huh? I feel like maybe this doesn't only apply to other people. Come to think of it, this morning, when I was eating breakfast half asleep, I think my mum was saying something really important. What'd she say? With a hysteric groan, I suddenly stood up, startling everyone at once. What's wrong? Wrong? Oh, you'll make us choke if you shout like that so suddenly, you know. Yeah. This rice coming out of your nose, Satoko. I'd forgotten. All this stuff about cooking for yourself, it applied to me too. Huh? Oh. Keiichi? Your mom and dad need to go to Tokyo again for business. Oh, he's on his own again. Typical. Yeah? This is a new song to this arc, innit? In the last arc, I can remember I spoke about the music, and said that certain ones were new, but I was told that they wasn't new, they was in the first arc as well, and they was when I looked up, so... I have to have it on quiet for the mic, so... yeah? Sleepy. Your dad's mentor fell ill right before an event he was taking part in. It's a very important event. They need someone to fill in. Well, Dad does what he has to do for his job. Choop choop. So your dad and I, you see, we need to go to Tokyo as fast as we can to help with the event. We might have to stay there for a few days, depending on what happens. That sounds annoying. While we're gone, we won't be here, so you'll need to make your own meals yourself. You okay with that, Keiichi? I'll be fine. Humans can do anything when they're desperate. Is that so? That's a relief. You can at least cook rice, right? And you can make miso soup as well. Then you just buy some side dishes and you'll have a meal. Isn't soup just a meal on its own? A meal? Yeah. I can cook rice with my camping kit. Never used a rice cooker before. Don't you just put rice in a rice cooker and time it? Or, I don't know. I've never used one. I've only ever made instant miso soup that you make in a pot of boiling water too. Well, I'll think of something. Yeah, you'll do it somehow. If you can cook for yourself, then you don't need much money, do you? No eating out, it's too expensive. Oh, come on, you gotta let him have a Chinese or something. You're at the age where you should learn about cooking and personal finances now, after all. Yeah. Yep. I'll get by. Yeah, he'll get by somehow. And now he's panicking. No, I won't. What was I thinking? I was half asleep and I made such crazy, empty promises. Just like manga characters always do at times like these, I bent over backwards and scratched furiously at my head. Scratch. Panic music and everything. Huh. Keiichi-kun, your parents sure have it rough. Anyway, you need to keep things in order while they're gone. Anyway, food. My parents aren't here. I have to make it all myself, you know. This is a huge emergency. Should you not simply give up and cook for yourself? Keiichi-san, did you not make a fabulous curry dish for the curry party previously? They had one already, have they? Listen here. My mom taught me how to cook that curry when we camped, and it's the best I can do. I can't eat curry 3 meals a day. Nope. I mean, it's just junk food in the first place. 3 meals a day? Well, for breakfast you can just have cereals. Bloody hell. These people are fussy. There's no nutritional balance whatsoever, and it's just completely... bleh. So stupid. Shh. Mion and Satoko put their hands over my mouth. What? What do you do? A moment later, the door rattled open. Oh, okay. And Chie-sensei, a known curry maniac, suddenly poked her head in. Did I just hear somebody bad-mouthing curry? Uh-oh. No, we didn't say anything. Everyone's faces went totally white, and they all shook their heads in denial. Her eyes rolled over the classroom. Her glare wasn't just a teacher's ordinary stare. Is that so? Must have been the wind. Chie-sensei gave one more look around the classroom, then closed the door and went back to the teacher's lounge. I may have been shouting, but for her to hear it from all the way across the hall in the teacher's lounge, that teacher is terrifying. She looks so normal in the anime as well. Kei-chan, you can disparage other foods all you want, but you might want to stay away from curry. At least, as long as you live in Hinamizawa. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. That's what I said. But still, I can't have curry for every meal. And cup ramen is good because you only eat it once in a while. If you ate it for every meal, you get bored of it pretty quickly. Yeah. Rice and miso soup and a good side dish. Yeah, that's what a Japanese table should look like. Why can't you just try to cook for yourself? Rice you make yourself is really good. I've never made rice for myself. I don't like rice that much though. Unless it's from a Chinese and it's really good. This old man thinks it's more pain than good. But experiencing it every once in a while might be nice. That's right, life is all about experiences, right? But when you cut your fingers or burn yourself, it's so sad, so very sad. With everyone encouraging me like this, I started to feel like maybe I could do it if I tried to. Though approximately one person didn't sound like she was encouraging me. Cooking is a skill I'll have to learn at some point, since I want to live on my own one day. Maybe learning now wouldn't be so bad. I'm pretty uneasy about it, but you're right. If I don't understand how to cook a few things around here, then I won't be in good shape the next time our club does a cooking showdown. Nope. Oh ho ho ho. You're correct. That clever trick of yours in the last curry contest won't work every time after all. As if scorning me, Satoko ridicules my comeback from a hopeless situation in a certain do-or-die curry showdown. What are you so relaxed for? You relied entirely on Rika-chan back then, didn't you? What did you cook at the time exactly? You put a bag of salt in Rena's curry. It's like they did the same thing in this arc as they did in the curry contest in the second arc. Yeah, a bag of salt in Mion's rice as well. And you flipped over my pan. You shite. I relapsed into my grudge over the last curry showdown. For now, I calmed my unquellable anger by pinching Satoko's ears. Ow. My attack was because that's what they were doing for club. I may not look like it, but I can do a little bit of cooking. Can you now? Even when you couldn't peel one carrot during the showdown and had to get Rika to do it? Don't be so daft. People get better every day, you know. If you think I'll always be crummy at cooking, then you're quite mistaken. Right, Rika? I have to watch, or else I get worried about the pot and the flame. Sometimes you forget to turn the gas off too. Oh god, don't leave it overnight. Wahaha! Everyone burst into laughter. That shouldn't be an issue with cooking. Even I would never do that. I don't want to hear that from someone who eats nothing but cup ramen. but Satoko can cook pretty well for herself, you know. Ren, it's fine. You don't need to force yourself to cover up for her like that. No, she's not trying to cover for her or anything. It's just that Rika-chan's cooking is by far the best of all of us, so hers doesn't stand out. Satoko has mastered the basics too, right? She can cook for herself too. At the very least, she can cook rice and miso soup. Is this whole part gonna be about food and stuff? Reminds me of Bravely Second. Well, she can't quite tell the difference between cauliflower and broccoli though. They're both the same anyway once you boil them. Not quite. Satoko erupted into anger, making two fists and swinging them above her head. Everyone laughed a lot after that. The others don't matter. I cannot stand being laughed at by you, Keiichi-san. Yes, perhaps I do lag behind everyone else in terms of cooking skill. But at least I'm confident I'd never lose to you, Satoko. Oh yeah? Not to you at least. What was that? You have the gall to say you're confident? That's what's daft you. I might not seem like a good cook, but I take turns with Rika, you know. I can cook just fine for myself, thank you. I see. Good for you for being able to cook. I'll buy some candy for you as a present later. What a patronising sword. I patted Satoko on the head while I made fun of her. Satoko seemed to know I was making fun of her too, since her face went bright red very quickly, and steam started to pour out like she was a kettle. Is she boiling her brains? Like a saucepan? You don't believe me, do you? Anyway. I can cook far better than you can, Keiichi-san. Probably. I see. Then if you can tell me the difference between cauliflower and broccoli, I'll believe you. Come on, let's hear it. Oh, her one weakness. The green one is broccoli. Or, no, the yellow one. Yellow? Cauliflower is red? Blue? Green? Come on now. What colour is broccoli? It's not red, blue, green, like a television. Come on, say it. Satoko can cook just fine without knowing what colour broccoli is. White? Good for you. Oh my god. Wow. Oh, he made her cry. What a twat. Stupid Kai. Oh, it was nothing to cry hysterically about. She's so goddamn cute. I stroked her head as hard as I could. Ruffle. If you're gonna act so smug, then you can surely show us something better than Satoko, remarked Mion, giving me just a slightly mean smile. Actually, well, I had no confidence at all in my cooking, but the situation carried me along and I decided to deliver an impressive declaration. Just you wait. Tonight, I will make the best damn meal you've ever seen. I'll even make a little too much and pack it for lunch tomorrow. You'll be so surprised you'll fall over. Oh god, what's he saying? That sounds like fun. I can't wait for lunchtime tomorrow. Rika-chan petted me on the head. Her words of can't wait sounded so transparent. Aha! Ren is excited too. I promise I won't laugh no matter what you make. Alright, so, Maybe I'll go all out on my bento tomorrow too. Yeah, they're all gonna do it. This can be a competition, isn't it? Then let's do this. Let's have a bento showdown tomorrow. Yeah! As a club activity, of course. Of course. And we'll throw in a punishment game too. Of course. My, what an ingenious idea that is. How's that, Keiichi-san? I'll give you one chance to back down. He should really back down. Sayoko wiped her tears and snarled at me as if this was her chance to turn things around. Maybe this is bad. I feel like maybe the conversation is getting pretty out of hand. Oh, if I apologise, now's my chance. But what came out of my Keiichi Maebara's mouth was a statement so reckless it even frightened me. Yeah, you're on. My bento tomorrow will knock you right out of your shoes. Oh shit. Wow. Everyone raised their voices in surprise at my bold, confident reply. Now I've done it. What have I done? I'm so irresponsible. Now he has to do it amazingly. But he can't cook. So, Mion-san, what sort of fantastic punishment game will we have to play if we lose? Satoko grinned fearlessly, as if to say that it was already decided I'd be playing said fantastic punishment game. Cook. Let's see. Okay, how about this? Whoever loses tomorrow's bento showdown, during lunch break tomorrow, has to go up to Chie-sensei as she's eating in the teacher's lounge and say bad things about curry. Oh no. That's the worst. Mi-chan! That's suicide. How terrifying. Everyone went pale and gasped at how truly terrifying the punishment game was. Chie-sensei is such a maniac about curry that she'd risk her life for it. And to go up to her and start saying bad things about curry? What kind of fate would await us? Just trying to imagine it was scary. And as everyone looked blankly amazed at the terrifying punishment game, Rika-chan spoke. Tomorrow's contest will be decided by skill. Rena and Mion and Satoko, everyone nodded deeply in agreement. Although Keiichi-san's problem might be his own dinner tonight, rather than tomorrow's bento. Oh! Ha! How disappointing that you can't witness what an amazing dinner I'm gonna make tonight. I'll let you have a glimpse of it in my bento tomorrow, so look forward to it. That's quite a lot of grandstanding, it is. You do know what will happen if you come to us with something terrible, right? I just can't wait. How much trouble you'll be in with Chie-sensei tomorrow, Satoko. Oh shit. Yes, I can't wait either. To see you, Keiichi-san. Grovelling before her and begging for forgiveness. Saying it all with tears streaming down your face. Yes, I can just see it now. What was that? Oh, don't yank her. Oh. Her poor face. Both of us on the verge of tears pull on each other's cheeks. Stretch. Ah! Trying to muster all your desperation by placing yourself in a predicament. Kei-chan, that's so manly. That isn't manly or anything of the sort. It's called being reckless. It is. You can't even cook well. Stretch. Rena believes in you. I'm looking forward to your wonderful bento. I'm looking forward very much to seeing Keiichi tomorrow as well. The expectant gazes were painful. I was just trying to tease Satoko a little. How did it come to this? Yeah, you better look forward to it. Oh, how am I able to say such reckless things? I'm being so unreasonable. What the heck is going to happen to my dinner? And the bento showdown tomorrow? No more importantly, if they make me say bad things about curry to Chie-sensei's face, what'll happen to me? Death. That's what'll happen. The extreme contrast between my outward bravado and my internal screaming continues as a hot, humid June afternoon dragged on. That entire day. Oh, I love this song. Up until school was over, the whole time, my meal tonight and my bento tomorrow were the only things on my mind. And now that I thought about it, it made Mom seem amazing for planning 3 meals every day of the year. I've complained before about having the same meal in a row once in a while, but now I know how rude that was. It's hard work, making food for yourself all the time. More importantly, what am I going to do about the punishment game tomorrow? Run away! And besides that, what am I going to eat tonight? Boo-hoo! Keiichi-kun? Keiichi-kun? Huh? Oh, sorry. I was just thinking about stuff. About what to make tonight? Or about the bento showdown tomorrow? Yeah, both. She hit the mark and I couldn't find anything to say. My facial expression made obvious the fact that she hit the mark. For tomorrow's showdown, I think that if you do your best to make a bento, you'll be fine. There's nothing superior to a bento you tried really hard to make all by yourself. Tomorrow's showdown is one thing, but what about dinner tonight? I might suddenly get food poisoning. I couldn't make any more bluffs. Yeah, he's being honest to Rana. Those two always seem like the closest. I exaggeratedly drooped my shoulders and heaved a sigh from the bottom of my gut. Rena laughed in a shrill way when she saw me do that. Keiichi, you don't have any confidence in your cooking at all, do you? Nope. So I've been found out. If it looks like you can't do it no matter how hard you try, you can always give Rena a call. Really? But only if you try really hard first, okay? You can't rely on others without first struggling yourself. That's a good way of doing it. Rena seemed naive, but sometimes she was instructive. She didn't just spoil people unconditionally. Rena always seemed like an adult at these moments. If I absolutely can't do it, I'll call you. Though the chances are extremely high. Go for it, yay! You were grandstanding so much to Satoko-chan that you have to try your best. Yeah, exactly. Hey, about Satoko, how good is she at cooking? She's at least better than you. That was so direct. That was mean. It hit me pretty hard. You're making fun of her a lot too. Maybe you should have to struggle just a little, huh? Oh. Rena, you're pretty mean. She can be. Rena isn't all cute, all cute. Ah, now that I'd provoked Satoko that much, I couldn't just make some crummy bento. I can't believe how loose-lipped I am. He is gutted, isn't he? Okay, bye. Good luck. On the cooking. Show everyone that you can do it if you really try. Yeah, though he probably can't. Yeah. I waved my hand absently in response. Leaving me with words of encouragement and a few pieces of super beginner advice, Rena disappeared past the trees. That was nice. All about the prep work for what's probably going to come during the rest of the chapter. And that's where we're actually going to be ending things. This is the format I want to be using, same as with the other two arcs, or the majority of them. Every half a chapter is going to be an episode, because this could go on for so long. Sometimes half a chapter on its own can go on for a good hour or more, so there are going to be long episodes sometimes. So, oh yeah, I wanted to tell you, Yuminiko is starting in July on Steam. It's going to have all the updated stuff, same as this Higurashi stuff, the Yuminiko stuff from the same creators and all that. Is going to be coming to Steam as well, an arc at a time, probably exactly the same way as this. I wanted to Let's Play that as well, but I don't want my channel to become purely a visual novel channel. That can get boring after a bit, I know. At least I think so. So, I'm not sure when to do the Yuminiko stuff. It's really good, and I think you'd like it. Especially if you like this. There's not much reason not to. Because it's similar, only instead of in a village, a cursed village, it's about an island in a storm, so they can't get off the island, and a giant mansion on it, full of, I think it's 16 family members, and servants and stuff. And is a murder mystery, basically, with witches mixed in and magic. So, I really like it, but anyway, this has been GreenyXI. Hope you've enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again in a bit when we'll probably have the competition, or maybe it'll be all about his cooking experience. Who knows? It'll get darker as we go along, don't worry. This ain't a light-hearted arc by any means. So, thanks for watching, folks. See you again in a bit.